Hey everyone, back with another review again. This time we were reviewing a movie that came out in the summertime that we unfortunately missed because of circumstances.
Yep.
So here's our late.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God.
This is our late review, or it's going to be what we call a rant of a piece of shit movie called Terminator Genisys.
Yeah. Disgrace to the franchise.
Yeah. This movie, I can say probably I can't really say I was disappointed because even from the trailers alone, I really had low expectations for this one.
When I watched the Genisys trailer, that is the prime example why I'm having problems with movies today. They are giving up way too many trailers. We're getting 2.5, 3-minute trailers. I've even seen a 4-minute trailer the other day. We're getting 4-minute trailers, then we're getting like 5 trailers of 4 minutes long each. So going in, when I remember from whenever I watched the first trailer from Terminator Genisys, and here comes the second one. Terminator really marketed the movie really bad because they gave up too much in that movie. Way
For those
too
of you who've never seen the trailer, if you still want to watch the movie, go ahead and watch the film because that last trailer they released gave away too fucking much.
Yes.
You want to talk about You want to talk about a film that you're just like you can watch the whole movie in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, it's like why even do that? That's poor marketing.
That's what I'm saying with movies. I'm all about trailers. I'm not a trailer hater. I just don't think that trailers need to really be that long.
No.
They really don't need to be that long. And I don't know what it is with directors or who runs the trailer marketing, but they need to stop giving details of key elements of the story.
They do.
We already know we get a trailer. In the first fucking trailer, we get John Connor's a bad guy. So we already know that.
Yeah.
That's a key fucking element.
And for those of you that we were both not satisfied with this movie at all, there will be loads of fucking spoilers or something.
Well, I don't think it's going to be a spoiler because the trailer spoiled.
Well, no, I'm just saying there's going to be loads of spoilers in this one.
We're not telling you the whole fucking movie.
There's no point at this point.
I'm sure
everybody's been out for so long.
No, it's not only that it's been out for long. But if this movie came out last fucking weekend, the goddamn fucking trailers already spoiled the movie.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have to say spoiler. They already told you the fucking movie. Yeah. They came out 4 trailers. And one was 2.5 minutes. That was the first one. That's like the teaser was 2.5 minutes. Really? That's a teaser?
Yeah.
2.5 minutes? Then one went up to 3:01.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous. And it came out 4 trailers. That is
now a little backstory. I'm a huge fan of Terminator, both 1 and 2, and 3 and 4 I do like overall.
But they're forgettable.
They're just 3 is forgettable. 4 I actually thought was better, but that's just me. Yeah. Those films, the first 2, hold a really good impact on me.
Yeah.
They really changed a lot of how we see films today, a lot of action films and all that. So it was really cool that we got a movie that brought back Arnold again.
Okay, so we start at the beginning. We go to Terminator Genisys. We start out during
the Resistance.
Resistance, where you think it's after 4.
After Salvation.
Got the scar and everything, so cool. Good opening, okay, we're fighting, good fight scenes. We're in the Resistance bill. I'm glad it started out like that. So we get there, then we get to the time
machine part.
And as you know, that it gets there quick. They're already like boom, 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 we're already there.
Yeah,
I have a problem with that because they pretty much were kicking ass.
It's rushed.
Yeah, really rushed. It's rushed all the way to the time machine, which is the scene where Kyle Reese goes back into
1984.
And I'm not kidding you, people. This, it's that quick. It's like boom, boom. All right, Kyle Reese, get in the time machine. It's like that quick.
It's all the editing's really weird too because every time that someone will go back in time, you're kind of jumping the gun of shit that's already going on during the fucking timeline.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, the moment he shows up in the fucking timeline is already when Arnold's already there, already almost getting the jacket and everything, and then the older Arnold comes in
we get Kyle Reese. The thing I have a problem with is, so they go to this time machine. This is where Skynet uses this time machine to send their Terminators back.
Yeah.
So we're to assume in just a matter of minutes that the whole Resistance, which are just human like we all are, to know how to run this fucking machine.
Yeah.
So I have a problem with that part right there. And then 2, I have an issue with is how we were not even in the movie for 6 minutes, and it shows Kyle Reese going back in time, and then John Connor getting attacked. that quick.
Like, not even 5 seconds. He gets tagged right there, right when he's going in.
Which is a clever move, but man, we're only 5 minutes in the movie.
Not to cut you off, but that part right there, I'm not trying to jump the gun or anything. That character that attacks him, they don't even spend much time on that guy either. Like, it's just a rush, move they do. Just to throw in a twist. Like, okay.
So, basically, when they send him back, is the same time they send the first Arnold from the first movie back.
Right.
So they use that time machine. So when we go into the time machine area, it looks like people haven't been in there in days. So, but really, we were assumed that the Terminator sent the guy out real quick and then left the area.
Yeah.
That don't
make no fucking sense.
Another issue I have is the guy who attacks John Connor at the before Kyle Reese is sent back. Before he sends back. That guy has been on the same Resistance team for years, and he's
just
really
now,
close. And just now, like, I'm the head creator of Skynet. Which is stupid because the guy is really scrawny. He doesn't look like anything powerful to him.
The guy that played him don't even look like he's a capable actor either of playing that kind of role, because he just looked like somebody that would play like Kyle Reese.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll get to that later because I got a bitch about that. But anyway, he goes back in time, and we see Kyle Reese like it was in the original movie, where he comes across the bum, and this time, instead of the bum that tells him the time, it's the cop that tells him the date, who says, "You're in 1984," and supposedly, which doesn't make no fucking sense because they sent back the Liquid Terminator for the second one in 1984.
You leave the part where he does run into the bum, and this is where editing really became an issue. We're into the scene where he's supposed to dialogue with the bum about let me have your clothes and all that stuff. Yeah. So in the middle of their conversation, we don't even build up for Arnold's big appearance, the old Arnold. We go straight from that to the fucking scene where the CGI Arnold goes to the thing and they get ready to fight.
And which is weird too, because the way this scene is shot, at first I was going to forgive some of the CGI because it first starts out with the young Arnold going into
and looking the city.
Looking the city.
That was cool. A nice shot. That was a nice shot.
But then they cut to him going across the not Bill Paxton from the original movie when they could have just showed the original fucking footage. That's all CGI Arnold there. And it looked bad too when he approached him.
Because you see him flickering.
Yeah.
It's like when they were shooting the CGI part, it's like they had technical difficulties because you can see Arnold. If you pay attention, really look at it, you can see Arnold like flickering.
Yeah,
like he's flickering off the screen. I'm like, and I thought it was the theater for a second, but no, that's how it was really shot. And I'm like,
not to cut it off, but I found more convincing if you're thinking about CGI Arnold. I found the CGI Arnold from Salvation better than that shit.
Yep.
And that Arnold looked a lot more convincing.
That CGI was a lot better than this fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
But anyways, so we get to the verbatim scene with what's supposed to be Bill Paxton. They could have done that. They did. They actually, I think they got the original bum scene part for a little bit. Was that the original bum?
No, I don't know. I
don't know. But anyways, so we get in the scene. Keep in mind, when we seen the teaser, when we even knew a year advance this movie was coming out and about the scene. They teased us with the scene.
Probably has the
we all look forward to the Arnold versus Arnold fight. This scene is literally 45 fucking seconds long. 45 seconds.
And it's the fight even sucks.
The most anticipating fight scene is 45 seconds.
Yeah. This whole scene is just them wrestling around. Arnold gets on the ground for a second, takes a pipe, hits the old Arnold, and this is what pisses me off.
All right, before we say this scene, say that part. If everybody's seen the Terminator movies, we all can agree that in the first one, second one, all of them, the Terminators are hard to take down. They've suffered in the first one. Arnold was ripped in pieces, still came after them.
Yeah.
I mean, we see all the ass whooping these machines take to kill them. This motherfucker dies over a fucking sniper fucking rifle.
Yeah, because... I'm going to bitch about this too. Sarah Connor comes out, takes a sniper rifle, shoots the fucking old Arnold from the original movie in one shot in the chest with a sniper rifle. Yeah, because that worked so well in the original fucking movie.
And I think that everybody can agree on, we were anticipating that scene. We wanted to see how Arnold really kicks his old self ass and rip him apart.
Yeah.
And we were expecting that.
You do almost get that. You almost get that because there's a part where you clearly see Arnold like flicker his hand. I was expecting that he probably had like another weapon or something on his arm because literally it does that. I'm like, okay, is he supposed to have fucking superpowers or does he have like more advanced machinery?
Yeah. So we get to that part, and that was the biggest disappointment.
Yeah.
45-second shot fight of the most anticipated fight scene that they were promoting for a year, and we get that.
No.
That was fucking just pure.
Not to mention, and this is why they really didn't really let the other characters shine. I'm noticing that throughout this entire movie, and I'm all for this because, you know, they're doing something different, but Sarah Connor seems to be saving everyone's ass in this movie. You notice that?
Yeah.
The first two scenes, she saves not only Arnold, but fucking Kyle Reese.
Keep in mind, guys, she's just badass. Yes, she was badass in Judgment Day. But we're at the scene where Judgment Day hasn't even started yet. We haven't even got to part 2 yet. So we're assuming she's even more badass than Linda Hamilton's era.
Yeah.
Linda Hamilton's era. I mean, we're really to assume that.
I mean, okay, this is going to be a spoiler, but you do find out eventually.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Well, yeah, but anyway, going back to this. So Sarah Connor shows up. She saves Arnold. She goes to save Kyle Reese and does the line, "Come with me if you want to live," which was, I thought that was poorly done.
Yeah.
That was no.
So there's a scene which I want to bring up because we're going to talk about it later in the review. There's a scene where we go back to the original where we got Kyle Reese stealing clothes from some shopping mall looking place.
Yeah.
And then because timelines have changed, and it's now the Liquid Man shows up, the T-1000.
Yeah.
He shows up in this place. So, you know, they're doing where he's running from the T-1000. Then he meets up with 2 cops because they get a robbery report. So they go to the scene. One cop gets it, you know, by the Liquid Dude. I will say that the Liquid Dude, shockingly, wasn't too bad.
He was actually good, decent CGI. I mean, don't get me wrong. The fucking original CGI was better. I'm saying they did put some decent.
Patrick was still the best. T-1000.
Well, I'm just saying the effects too.
Yeah.
The effects were still better than the original. Yeah. But I'm just saying they put at least some effort with the CGI because it didn't look too bad like I thought it was going to be. But
better than the Terminator.
Yeah, the other scene. Yeah.
Better than Arnold's.
Yeah.
Old, so.
But anyway, they pick him up. So they realize that they have to.
She pretty much, Sarah Connor knows that Kyle Reese is in this pawn shop. Saves the day by knocking the Liquid Man out with the fucking car.
Yeah.
Just like he said earlier, it's like Sarah Connor can really kill any Terminator, anything, and just like boom, boom, defeat the scene. Arnold has a hard time winning his battles in this movie.
Yeah.
Where it takes Sarah Connor's help.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, so what, is Sarah Connor the Terminator and he's the weakling? I mean, that's what it feels like. It's like, man, what the hell?
Yeah.
Well, one cop survives out of the rest, and later on in the movie, you find out he's going to be a pointless fucking character.
Exactly. They do nothing with this fucking character at all. Other than he's played by J.K. Simmons. That's it.
But we'll get to that later. So the next scene.
They go to the time machine, and they realize this time machine somehow happened to be in 1984 the whole fucking time, which, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe they just changed the timeline or something, but...
And then built one.
They built one there from the original film, which I'm kind of wondering, like, you know...
How did they get it all
That's what I'm wondering. How the fuck did that show up?
How did these equipped weapons that's obviously mentioned that can't travel with you because you can't even wear clothes to go with you, is suddenly in that era of 1984? Because a lot of the technology that builds that is not even created until later in the future, like even equipped to. So how do they bring that shit?
That is never explained.
Yeah, that's never explained. And you got to think it can't be because they said that you can't go with clothes on.
Exactly. And it can't be metal, so you have to be bare ass and go naked.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only way. You have to have skin. Mm-hmm. And so they go back in time. They now go to 1997, which would have took place the year that...
Have we got to the scene where we're talking about when they fight them two again?
Oh, yeah. That got to mention that. Yeah. Somehow, the T-1000 actually brings back the original Terminator from the first one. So they fixed that, but
no, here's a concept. Here's a concept. So we get that scene where they go to this It's like this is where the movie's really fast paced, and this movie has a lot of rushing into pacing, like trying to get everything done real quick. So we go from a scene from when she saves Kyle Reese and all that. They're driving, and then the next scene, boom! It's like now it's the final. And yes, really true. This is the final battle, and we're only in 20 minutes in the film. This is the final battle of the Liquid Man and the old Terminator. He comes back to life because he revives him with the liquid thing.
Which I thought that was cool.
It was clever because I was going to say, oh, cool, we get part 1 and part 2's villain together as a team.
That's gone in fucking 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
At least.
And then we see the T-1000, which is supposed to be so sophisticated badass we've seen in Judgment Day. And he really gets defeated really quick.
He does. Not to well, okay, this time
we're only 20 minutes in the film. He's dead.
Instead of being killed by the stuff from 2 where they're in the oil factory,
he dies from the gas acid.
And this one it's acid, which I guess maybe he could die easily.
Which is cool. Like, I mean, he can die. That's the only way you could defeat a T-1000. It's just the fact that you're only 20 minutes in the movie, and it feels like a final battle scene.
Yeah.
And then it's just. Well, I thought this movie was going to have the T-1000 team up with John Connor as the boss. Was going to be the boss because he's a sophisticated robot monster we've never seen before in any of these other ones. I thought he was going to use the T-1000 and the original Terminator to be his side ninja guys to protect him, like a 3-way fight.
Yeah, and throughout that, you know, all they do is and that's why the trailers and the posters even mislead that too, because on the posters you clearly see the Liquid Man on there, the T-1000 on there too, but they don't even fucking use them with the first.
I'm sure
minutes.
Everybody's seen the posters, and if you haven't seen the movie yet, he dies in the first 20 minutes of the movie.
Yep. So we got that, and then
from the story.
We go from that, and then we get that really. And this is another thing too. I'm gonna have to get into this one. Fucking Jai Courtney is terrible as Kyle Reese.
Yeah.
Throughout this entire film, him and fucking Sarah Connor constantly argue back and forth of what they're supposed to do all the time. He is just annoying.
Again,
he has no range. I mean, he has a cool look as an action guy, but he's very flat as Kyle Reese.
Okay, so we get Jai Courtney pretty much playing this guy just like it was like he plays like he was in Good Day to Die Hard, which was a horrible movie. And we all know that if you've seen Good Day to Die Hard, we underuse John McClane. So now Jai Courtney is Kyle Reese. We underuse Kyle Reese.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, what do we do next?
It's like whatever. I'm not trying to blame Jai Courtney 100%, but everything he's involved in that's mainstream, like Die Hard series, Terminator series, he seems to be in. It's not his fault. I can't say 100% it's his fault. It seems to be a bad movie. And it's generally him that fucks up the character.
He does, yeah.
Because I didn't think he did good in Good Day. Even when it was about him being the son, still didn't even do good.
No, I mean, I liked what they tried to do with him, but I get what you're saying. It was very shitty writing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much him and that's him and Sarah Connor's dialogue. They have literally no fucking chemistry like they had in the original films.
They don't.
Hell, you know what's weird? Sarah Connor, Emilia Clarke, she's actually not too bad as Sarah. And
looks like Linda.
But also her and Arnold actually have decent chemistry together.
They have decent chemistry.
Because she now calls him Pops.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and we'll get to that why on that one. So anyways.
But yeah, they go back in time. This time they're going to 1997, and so they have to go. They're at the point where they have to.
We're leaving this big part out right here. Okay, so he talks. This is throughout the whole movie. They have to go to 1997. Yes. Well, wait, no, they go to. Don't they go to 2017?
No, they go to 1997
first. Okay, so they go to 97, and basically this is where I have a problem with. We know that Linda Hamilton loves Kyle Reese. You expect some kind of love scene. Like you said, they don't have chemistry, so it doesn't work out at all. We get too much lovey-dovey editing scenes. Like, we get a big portion of a movie where they're just in a locker room because they know they have to get stripped naked for the next traveling. Travel. We get an extended scene where they're just talking. Yeah. But the thing is we get that like 4 different times in the movie. after an action scene. Then we go to another scene where they do that lovey-dovey talking for another 10 minutes. Then it goes to another scene, then another talking.
You know what was starting to remind me of? It was just like what we watched the other day. Not to go on a different tangent, but their scenes together was reminding me a lot of fucking Attack of the Clones with Padme and Anakin. I'm like,
well, they overuse
the dialogue together. Only this time, instead of them being all lovey-dovey each other, it's just them bickering back and forth because Kyle Reese don't know what the fuck he's doing half the time.
Yeah.
You know, and so we get that, and then we get to the
97. They show up. Ain't that when they show up in the highway?
I believe so. I think that was the highway part. I could be wrong. I'm going to have to rewatch it, probably just that part, because I know that when we get to 2017, that's when all the shit goes
let me
down.
say this, because I've been waiting to mention this in reviews. This is where it really pisses me off. Everybody who watches this that's really dedicated to the series should be pissed off with this. We find out that Skynet doesn't exist.
It's called
Genisys now. Skynet, whatever we've learned about Skynet being the biggest boss in all the movies,
doesn't exist. It's gone.
It's Genisys now. It's like this new company took over and said, no, Skynet's just a lower project of what we are.
And now, that to me, that doesn't even sound. Plus, I guess they were trying to be creative because they put the fucking Y in there. To me, calling it Genisys is just a bad move anyway, because that's the equivalent of a fucking game console. Sega Genesis, really? You think that's going to be a fucking, a big company that's going to...
I just don't like how Skynet, even in the fourth one, the Resistance are at war, Skynet's always the biggest name. It's the biggest boss.
Yeah.
So you just pretty much said, well, Skynet is a project of building the greatest one of all, which is Genisys.
Which is stupid, because now you're just starting completely over. Which, I'm sorry, I understand you're trying to captivate what's good about the series with your little story going on here with the timeline. Yeah. But please don't. You cannot contradict the first two fucking movies, because the first two films, they had a reason to stop Skynet to begin with. Yeah. And now you're saying, no, that has never happened, so we're starting completely over. It's like, oh, no.
So they go, and this is where we run into J.K. Rowling. Yeah, they get arrested,
J.K. Simons.
J.K. Simons, Rowling. That's it. Yeah, it got me thrown off because I'm so pissed off with this movie. So, let's go before that. Then we finally see the John Connor's character come in as the villain, as the main villain. This is why I said I hate fucking the long, extensive trailers. We already know he's a bad guy, so we already know what the fuck's going to go down.
Exactly. It's supposed to be this big fucking twist where when he gets shot, you're supposed to be like, oh shit, he's a Terminator. No.
So they shoot the slow walk-in where John Connor walks in. That works only if you don't put that in your fucking trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we don't get that oh my god, because, he's a bad guy.
Yep.
Thank you, trailer. Your 4-minute, 8 trailers you got to have on fucking every mainstream movie these days, which is worrying me about Batman vs. Superman, but that's another story.
Yeah, but anyway, this happens, and so now pretty much John Connor is like a hybrid between a Terminator and a human being. He carries the human qualities of John Connor still, but he's pretty much formed like he's pretty much part of Skynet.
He is Skynet.
Well, sorry, Genisys. Yeah, the Genisys, called now.
Yeah. The main computer form goes inside him and pretty much creates John Connor as the
ultimate,
the king. Yeah, the king. Which we don't get no detail, because the only thing we get in that scene before John Connor dies is
in the later scene when we see the guy when we see the guy who got him, and we get like a brief. I forgot his explanation, but we get that brief explanation of why he took Skynet over and all that. Yeah, and that they were going after him from the beginning.
When they do backstories of stuff like that, they only spend like 2 minutes on these. They talk about it. So here we go. John Connor is trying to get them. They think he's John Connor, the good guy, because he's so, like, his memory, the way they built John Connor as being that ultimate badass, he can prove that he's not a Terminator, even though he really is a Terminator. Well, anyways, they're walking through. He's trying to make him escape. Arnold already knows shit's going down. He already knows. So they get this one thing, and then whenever Arnold does his thing by shooting him, and then, they think he killed John Connor, and they're all pissed off. And then he raises up. Then it's like, okay, now he's spilling his guts to him, telling him about everything. Yeah. He's making that movie era where the bad guy tells you everything. I'm really this. I'm going to take this over and kill you all. Making that big movie spilling your guts.
Yeah.
Everything. So then we get to the rooftop battle. Then we get to the Simon guy.
J.K. Simmons.
Which,
okay, at first you might be... here's a little thing about this character. Yeah. At first, I thought from the trailers that this character was going to be like the psychiatrist from the first three films.
Yes.
Because first of all...
Recast.
Because first of all, J.K. Simmons actually looks like the dude. Mm-hmm. He dressed like him. You kind of think he's going to go follow him like he did in the original three films. Yeah. But no, he's a completely made-up character. So all he goes is he's a guy who started out in the
he's the cop. Store. All right, remember the store when I tell you about the two cops? The one cop got killed,
store.
And one cop got killed, and then there was one left. And I said there was going to be a story about that cop. Well, this is that cop that was obsessed of what happened that night. So years later, he's been waiting for them to arrive.
Yeah,
it's like he studied. He knows what's going on. The only person that is capable of knowing that's a human form that isn't John Connor or Sarah Connor should be that psychiatrist.
Yeah,
they don't do it. So they do. It was the cop. So here we are at the fight scene where they go on the roof, and basically they tell that character, the Simmons dude, whoever his name is, Simons. They tell him to run, and that is it. That's literally it. They get on the helicopter and then he gets shot and then he runs off. I'm like,
what the fuck is the point of even having him in the movie?
Yeah.
Really, he went nowhere.
That cop, it was just a regular cop. Why do we have to build up a story where you know you're going to have dialogue on a pointless character? It's never been in any of the films. Not doing anything with it.
Other than the fact that it's J.K. Simmons. That's probably the only reason, because they cast a well-known actor.
They should have done the psychiatrist. Because now we're to assume, even though we change history, that where's the psychiatrist duty?
Yeah.
He's always in it, no matter if the history's changed. He's in it.
Exactly.
He knows what's going on.
Yeah, because he actually wants to study what happened. And plus, it would have been a great banter between him and Sarah again. Because the scenes where he's talking to Sarah obviously shows that they probably wanted the character, but they're like, no, that would be too good for this franchise.
And we could have made, because the psychiatrist was catching on and everything, we could have made him a legit badass now.
Yeah.
Because he knows everything, and he's going to be like part of them now. He now forgives how he treated Sarah, and is like, all right, we're gonna stop this shit.
At first they kind of do, and then like the scene where he's in the interrogation room, he's like, you want to come with us? It's like, sure, fuck it. Let's go.
Basically, when we talk about how that psychiatrist in 1, 2, and 3, and a little bit of 3, that build up of that character just pretty much doesn't even need it anymore, because it kills that character off pretty much by saying he doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
that's pretty piss poor writing right there.
It is.
Yeah. So we're on the alright, so now we're on the helicopter.
Oh, this is some of the worst CGI I've seen in a while. These helicopter scenes, you can tell how fake the CGI looks on the helicopters. Like the part where they're flying around and then Arnold crashes goes out in the fucking helicopter.
Or the part where they're doing side twists around buildings.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my god, this is fucking what's bad CGI? Fucking, it's the equivalent of watching something on Sci-Fi.
Yeah, it is.
You know?
Yeah.
It is. I'm like, okay. And that was even worse than the Arnold scene from earlier.
Let's get to this scene right here. Okay. So Arnold knows that everybody is after John Connor's after him. He's the ultimate badass. So Arnold knows he built a secret hideout area, and he waited because he couldn't travel with them two to go to 2017 or wherever the era was. He couldn't come with them, so he knows that he couldn't come with them. So he spent all his time stocking up on arms and building a little hideout, which is pointless because John Connor finds it in like 2 minutes flat. So we go to this area. So it's inside of one of the mountains in L.A. I have an issue with this scene. So it looks like it's a secluded, deserty. Nobody's ever been up there.
Kind of like hitting the mountains.
So whenever shit goes down inside there, when John Connor finds him, he's like boom, boom, boom. After we get another 15-minute love scene again. They're going at it. They're battling John Connor because he finds the area. So whenever they're coming out, running out of the hideout, there's been people there the whole fucking time.
Yeah,
I didn't see them there. So there's like 300 people hiking up there. There's fucking school buses. I'm like, what? They weren't on the fucking mountain.
Yeah, that's a weird continuity here too, because we clearly see them go inside the building, secluded, keep in mind, and then they come out and there's fucking people there and buses. I'm like, okay, so you're saying kids or whatever are traveling around there?
So what you're saying is, this place is a very high tourist attraction. They didn't find your hideout.
Yeah, so fucking
over these years, somebody did not miraculously say, "Hey, I found a little hole right there. Should we go down it?"
Yeah,
and let's go see, and then find the shit.
Yeah, and then
I don't buy that. I don't fucking buy that one.
You know what kept really pissing me off too with this one? It's a lot of the repeat shit they do. It's either them, they go in action scene, and then what's next scene? They're either in the hospital. It's always they always get caught somewhere.
Equivalent of the movie. Action scene, love scene,
get
hospital,
caught.
Get caught, hospital, action scene, love scene,
get caught,
hospital. Yeah, he is right.
They get caught so many fucking times in this movie. I'm like, good lord.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
on the bridge scene.
Now there is a couple things I do think were okay in the film that would have had good potential to do. There's a scene where Sarah Connor is talking to Kyle Reese about how Arnold came in when she was very young and he went back in time to save her. Yeah. This would have been a better fucking movie because first of all, it's Arnold going back in the 70s when Skynet was not even built yet.
Yeah, they sit down. Yeah, like you were saying, they sit down. Like he said, they're talking about how when she was like 9 years old.
9 years old, yeah.
She's at a cabin, a lake house where her family purchased, and now the Terminator knows that they can't attack her because she's very strong when she's older. Yeah. So they want to try to kill her as a child. So when they don't spend no time on that part, they go in the sequence where she's talking about it, and the guy who they picked to look like Arnold did very good look. He was look like.
He had even the gargoyle glasses from the original movie.
Now I do have a problem with this part because apparently they sent back a T-1000. Arnold killed him with a
fucking bazooka. I'm like, no, that wouldn't have worked anyway because we clearly know that the T-1000 can't die that easy.
Yeah, because they did it in 2 and he didn't die from a
bazooka, yeah. I'm like, okay, no. Yeah. But I'm just saying, that story had potential there because they could have... Here's what they should have done. They should have made this movie into like the 70s. Make it where it's like the early years of Sarah Connor rising up, going after Skynet when she's little. The early years were...
I would have thought that than them actually touching all the movies and fucking them all up.
Yeah, it could be a straight-up prequel. Or like not really a prequel, but like a retcon where you're still paying... faithful to the original movies, but you're still doing your own thing. Where you're still saying, yes, this is still Skynet. We're going to eventually, we're going to not contradict it, but at the same time, we're still going to, keep it faithful to the source material.
Okay, so we go throughout this movie, just pointless other shit, just a bunch of pointless shit. Then they realize that this continuity kind of really threw me off. I don't know what they're trying to do. I'm still trying to study it myself. We get Kyle Reese as a 8 or 9-year-old.
Yeah,
this is where the timelines are screwed up in the other movies. Yeah, because he's 9 and the world has not even ended yet.
Well, here's what I'm thinking. Unless they're going by the continuity of Salvation, where remember in Salvation he was kind of a teenager, and he was already a teenager. Maybe they're flashing back when Sarah first met him when he was little. But then again, that wouldn't make sense because Sarah was already dead after 3, so that's I didn't understand.
That's why, even though I like the concept they were trying to do by maybe altering the past will fix the future completely. Yeah. But it's too risky because the movies of 1 and 2 were such a good classic that I wouldn't have maybe took that approach, and they should have just went ahead after Salvation. Yeah. Should have done.
They should have just made it continuing the war. Yeah. Because I know people didn't like Salvation that much, but come on, are we going to really be doing the same time machine bullshit again?
Because like you said, do you see what doing the time machine has done? Now the whole entire franchise is fucking all over the place.
It's gone pretty much because they pretty much said that 1 and 2, timeline's over.
So, all right, we get to the scenes, more lovey-dovey and all that stuff, and we already said that. Now they this boy scene where they show up the parents. So I don't know that point. They were starting to lose me. So then we get to this whole movie. Then they decide, okay, we got to take down Genisys. What, you just fucking found that out?
Yeah, it's like this whole time.
You act like it's a new fucking possibility of fighting back. Let's take it all out.
But also, here's another thing that was kind of confused me is they brought in the Miles Dyson character from They bring in 2 characters. It shows in the credits they brought in the dude from 2, the scientist who was working on the machines.
Oh,
they bring
yeah.
him in a new timeline, which I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I thought they brought both of them in. There's one from the 90s, which I think was him, and then they bring in, I think, his son in the other one, the other timeline, where he's working with John Connor on how to build Genisys.
Yeah.
But even that scene didn't even go nowhere. I'm like, what the fuck is the point of introducing this character if you're not going to do anything with him?
Yet again, he said they brought a big main character from the previous one, his son and all that. And like he said, they actually spend like 3-4 minutes on the guy and he's gone.
Yeah, it's like he doesn't even. You just see him walking with John Connor and then he's gone. It's like
even now they're promoting that the Miles and his son's character is building bad shit. And they could be potentially bad people.
Yeah.
And they don't fucking.
They don't do anything. They just say they're talking about Genisys on how it's creation. That's it. They don't do anything besides that.
So then we go to the final battle. We go into the Genisys building where they're fighting.
Yeah.
We get a lot of like pointless stuff where you see John Connor flickering in hologram form, and he's like flicking around, and he's attacking them, but then they beat him up, and then he flies off away. And then boom, boom.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't get what they're fucking doing with that.
Wait, I thought the guy that was in the hologram, I thought that was the guy that attacked John.
That's the dude that attacked John, but then they had the scene where kind of John Connor was kind of doing that too.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one where he jumped on Sarah Connor.
Yeah.
And then you start rehashing the second one where he's stabbing things through Arnold. And you've seen the same shit in part 2 when Robert Patrick.
I will say, though, that for the scene itself, as a film, the fight scene wasn't too bad with him and Arnold. It was okay, but I mean,
it was okay. It was not.
It was not bad.
Yeah,
it just,
not bad,
it just didn't. It was just pretty much the same scene from 2.
Yeah.
I know you're supposed to suspend your disbelief and not compare it, but this movie's hard to not compare because it's literally the same fucking movies from the. Well, it's contradicting the other films.
Yeah. So now we get to the final scene. We get into the time machine.
Yeah.
We're in the time machine. I was actually really that was badass fight scene, but it really wasn't that long. It
went by kind of quick.
Went kind of quick. Then you get your traditional where Arnold's like, gotta save. You get the sad ending where he says goodbye to Sarah and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then he realizes that if they're both machines go inside the time machine, it will kill them both. And that's what he realizes. That's how I'm gonna take out John Connor. They go in there, they both fucking die. I like this. It was such a fucking bad movie, but I like what they do. Arnold's head flies off and ends up landing in a T-1000 creator machine. Which, shockingly, we've never seen this before. We get Arnold coming at the end, where he is now a T-1000 Liquid Man.
Yeah,
that is cool.
That is actually clever. I did like that.
They do something that good in such a bad movie.
Yeah, because not only that, but it gives you hope that we're going to use. But even that, even that is kind of weird because now, and this is another reason why they fuck up here.
Mm-hmm.
We're supposed to be killing John Connor. But yet, Kyle Reese and Sarah Connor are still alive.
Okay, so now the ending's over with. We build up in this franchise with John Connor.
Yeah.
And he's still the leader of the Resistance. John Connor, don't get me wrong, I don't know what the future film's going to be out because he got another one coming out in 2 more years.
I don't know how. I mean, I don't know when they're going to bring it out.
But here's what I don't. So far, what I'm getting at. John Connor, he's dead. It's over with.
The only thing they're going to do
is going to be about Kyle and Sarah now.
And the Terminator and Arnold.
And Arnold. But John Connor is the biggest name they built. They're doing this because of John Connor. Now he's dead?
Yeah. I mean, pretty much, this film pretty much ends with no...
It ends with, yet again, you think it's completely over with. Because they blow up the building, and all that stuff. And you would think it would be it. Even though I'm glad it isn't because that movie was horrible and I would hate for a franchise like that to end with such a bad movie. But it pretty much gives you like they're riding along. It's like, what else can they do?
All the thing I can think of is they're going to have John because they obviously set up that they're going to have him eventually as a kid.
Get this. They already got the title for the next one. They're calling it Terminator Genisys 2. They're calling it 2.
Really?
That's fucking up the numbering of the...
original film.
So you're just saying that the Terminator Genisys movies are standalone movies, and they're just saying, the other movies ain't Terminators. It's going to start being called Terminator Genisys now.
Well, not to cut you off, but I think we're probably missing something on the ending. because
he talks to him little self, and then they got along. Yeah.
No. From what I've been hearing is that there's another scene after the credits where supposedly John Connor is still alive.
Well, he might be. I'm sure
that's what I'm saying.
Kill him,
they probably did keep him alive for the ending credits to set up a sequel.
Yeah.
So that's probably what they're gonna fucking do.
Unfortunately, we're getting a trilogy out of this Genisys series.
That's a funny thing because I just read out before the movie came out over the summer. Guess who's buying the rights back? James Cameron himself.
Cameron, you made such a beautiful movie. Like your franchise is really good. I mean, 3 and 4. I know you didn't really have much to do with those. 1 and 2, those 2 especially is probably one of the best movies I've ever seen. It's like up there in my top 20 favorite movies of all time.
They are.
T2.
T2 is I really love T2.
How did the fuck did you praise Genisys?
He did. He said, "You're going to fucking love this movie." I'm like, really? No, man.
Do you not
realize taste in films?
Do you not realize they basically just gave you a big fuck you?
Yeah.
To your movies?
Pretty much, yeah. And even for those who like the film,
more power to you.
I mean, I'm not gonna hate you for liking. Okay, that's fine. You know.
Yeah.
I don't disrespect anybody's opinion.
Yeah.
But anyway. What you're doing is you're making a trilogy of this only for James Cameron just to buy the rights later. It's like, what the fuck is the point? I understand you want to make money, but did you see how Genisys did over the box office? I doubt we're going to be seeing the next one do any better.
That was the type of movie that we were going to see in IMAX, but then we were going to probably see it in theaters. I would probably have seen it, but I'm glad we didn't. Because that movie would have just pissed me the fuck off. I would want my money back.
Yeah. Now, I will say that if we would have saw it in 3D, it probably would have been cool, only just because the trailers look cool in 3D.
Yeah.
But that's it. Now, the only praise I can probably give the film is Arnold. Yeah, he'll always be great as Terminator. He had cool one-liners.
Yeah.
Like when
I will always love Arnold.
You know,
I have no issues
He did have some cheesy one-liners that were funny still.
But, wait. We got to fucking mention this part. They play bad boys in a fucking scene. Alright, we're in a serious movie. There's a scene we can't get rid of this review until we talk about this. So we're in the middle of this movie, right? So out of nowhere they get arrested, you know, they did some bad things, they get arrested. And then we go from a really Terminator-ish, you know, really serious film to bad boys, what you gonna do? Let's play the whole fucking beat. And they're sitting there laughing. They're basically they're trying to like do some funny shit like they did with Guardians of the Galaxy when they got arrested with the mugshot.
And the third one too.
I was like, this doesn't. Now it's comedy for just a split second. It's funny. I'm like.
Because there's a part where they get arrested and then they go in the police station, start taking mugshots, and they show that the girl is like 5'4".
No, they have her where she's like, they have the screen, and then they make sure that they only get her hair to make it look like she's that fucking tiny.
I thought that was kind of funny, but it just looked out of place for a Terminator.
That fucking song sticks out like a sore thumb. I mean, that's like watching Nightmare on Elm Street and Barney plays in the background. I love you, you love me. I mean, really, it sticks out that bad. Yeah, it sticks out that fucking bad. I'm like, oh, man. I guess you could put it in there. The movie sucked.
I mean, it's the only highlight, I guess, for the comedy because
they already knew.
So out of place.
We fucked up. Let's throw whatever the fuck we in it.
Yeah.
Can't be any worse.
Yeah, but then again, the other praise I have for the film is I actually didn't mind Emilia Clarke. I thought she did all right for Sarah Connor. I'm talking about her performance too because she seemed like she was at least trying for the whole. But Jai Courtney was fucking terrible.
Jai Courtney,
he was sucked bad.
Man, the guy is. I'm not trying to say anything bad about him. I don't want to, but the guy is only good for down the roll acting. Like
he's better as bad guys because I saw him in another movie called
Bad Guys, and I think he's also like when he's like
a supporting role.
Like no, that's where he's a supporting role and he's fucking in the movie.
Never mind, not that.
No, but whenever he's in a movie where they have maybe it's a movie where they have 8 people on a team having to take down something, he might be number 7 or 8 guy, like in the background. He's a background actor.
Yeah,
he's not a fucking mainstream actor. I don't like him in pretty much anything. And I hope they in Suicide Squad they use him.
Yeah.
No, I hope they make him as a background actor.
Yeah, because
where he's just a in and out guy. I hope they don't spend too much time on him because every time they spend too much time on him, he is horrible. He fucks the movie up.
Yeah, but also I will say that Jason Clarke, who I really admire as an actor, I thought he did fine. I thought that he was good as John Connor. I mean, yeah. He was kind of playing a little too, comedy-ish. Not really comedy-ish, but he's always having like a berserk smile all the time.
Oh, yeah. I wish, for once, can we get a John Connor that sticks to the series, please?
They keep recasting every fucking movie.
Yeah.
We went from whoever was in the first one, and then the guy in the second one, to Edward Furlong as a young John Connor. Yeah. And then you got Nick Stahl in 3, Christian Bale in 4, now Jason Clarke in 5. I'm like, how many times are you going to fucking replace him?
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, seriously. Yeah. But also, I didn't mind the cop, the T-1000 guy. He was okay.
I didn't have nothing bad to say.
I mean, all respect to Robert Patrick.
The only thing, all respect to him. The only thing they did was it wasn't his fault. It was badly written character that they wanted to kill him off quick. But the guy was all right.
Yeah, but it also seemed like he was kind of using some of Robert's famous lines from the original, too. Kind of done poorly. But I just think that the physicality, the physical role he did was good.
Yeah. So, anyways, I give this movie. It's really going to be really bad. My part. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 10. It was an F. This movie's going to be probably on my 4th, maybe 3rd worst movie I've seen of the year. And I'm talking about. I'm going to have a list of like 1 through 50. I'm going to announce in January. I'm going to do a review, but it's probably down there in my 47th, 3rd worst movie of the year. It was horrible.
It was
2 out of 10 for me.
Mine's gonna be probably about the same as yours, probably a little bit more with 2.5. Only I guess because there was probably some action pieces that I didn't mind, like the fight scene at the end and the part where the scene where at the beginning when they're fighting the resistance, fighting, and. That's really about it. I mean, the bookends are good, but the actual shit in between is bad. But also, I didn't mind probably the theme song was good too. At the very end when they do the remix of the theme song.
Yeah, they really actually keep a lot of traditional, other than the credit scene when they do that. The theme. I was actually really shocked that also the movie didn't have really, other than the beginning part. They don't really have really badass score with it.
They don't. It's very. Really I mean, every now and then you might probably get an emotional score that's kind of forgettable, really. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm just saying the actual theme was cool to hear. Yeah. But other than that, it's about the same. Mine's just a little bit more because I guess. I mean, I was still pissed off. And don't get me wrong, this movie will be one of my worst fucking movies of this year, definitely. Yeah. But I guess there might be probably other things that I didn't really care for that I was just like, whatever, as much as what you were. But other than that, this movie sucked really bad.
Yeah. 2 out of 10 for me. And news to Hollywood, please stop fucking up our franchise.
They are.
Such pure gold franchises. Please stop fucking them up.
I will say this too.
Because there's a lot of franchises that are getting worse and worse as they keep making them.
I will say this though, as far as a 5th movie in a franchise, I guess this one's at least more tolerable than Good Day to Die Hard. Because that one,
and that's not saying much.
That's not saying much, but it's still bad.
So here I am. I'm Terminator 2 Judgment Day is my favorite. Terminator 1, I'm going to give Terminator 4 Salvation as my 3rd favorite. Terminator 3 is slightly under it, and really 5 down here.
Yeah, mine too. Mine's going to be 2. And then, I put 2 and 1 kind of tied together because I really can't compare them.
Yeah, they're both good, but I'm not a tie. I like a tiebreaker. I don't like ties.
I know, but
so
I do that.
1, 4, 3, 5.
Yeah, and then you got 4, which is high up there. 3 is kind of middle. 5, I'm going to put at the bottom of the door now.
Yeah,
really bad.
But yeah,
so overall,
I don't see it.
I don't see it.
You ain't missing much.
You're not missing much. Good seeing Arnold back, but not really much for the franchise.
Yep.
Anyway, we'll be back for another review here soon. So hope everyone enjoys whatever's going on, whatever movie's out this weekend, and enjoy. And it's that's hell. Yeah. Anyway, I'll see you guys later.